Alright, it is finally time for my F1 predictions for 2023. F1 starts this weekend, and yeah, I've seen testing, I've seen all the rumors, who's looking good and who's looking like absolute garbage, and we're just gonna rank the driver standings and the constructor standings in this video. For number 20, we have Logan Sargent. That hurts me because I do not want to put the American last place, but unfortunately, he is in a Williams, and well, they're not gonna do well this year. Now, the Williams has improved, but every other car has improved, and he's also a rookie, so we haven't really seen his experience in F1, and well, we're gonna need to we'll find out, but I think he comes in last. 19th will be Alex Albon, his teammate. I just don't think the Williams will be up to speed compared to the others. Now it has improved as we've seen in testing. However, the other cars just have vastly improved. Some cars may look mid, but they were already better than Williams was last year by like 10 times. 18th and 17th, I have both Yuki Tsunoda and Nick DeVries. The AlphaTauri, I just don't see them improving that car either. I think that car is just gonna be settling into that 9th place now in the constructors. They've lost Pierre Gasly. Nick DeVries comes in. I think he'll actually outperform Yuki Tsunoda, so that's why I have him at 17th and Tsunoda at 18th. And 16th, I have Zhou Guanyu. The Alfa Romeo has some problems as we've seen in testing. Seems like they still have a reliability problem. I don't know whether that's from the Ferrari engine or the car itself that they've made, but Alfa Romeo has broken down multiple times in this test session. But when the Alfa Romeo has run, they have looked good. Bottas had, I think, fastest lap day 3 or somewhere close to that. Zhou had fastest lap in the morning for day 2. I know that for a fact. But yeah, both Alpha drivers have looked good. I just don't have faith in that car. I think the car will eventually fall off in the second half of the season like it did in the first half. And ultimately, they will both struggle again in the second half, leading for others to potentially extend their lead in this constructor fight or lower their lead. And I just don't think they'll be battling for points as much as they will in the first half of the season. 15th, I have Nico Hulkenberg back in F1 in a Haas. Yeah, I think he's a reliable driver. He'll do his job, but don't expect any podiums.
Why you bullying me?
14th, we have his teammate K-Mag. Now, Magnussen, again, I just think the Haas is going to have an Alfa Romeo situation. I think they're going to be pretty good at the beginning of the season, and then once teams with more money start to upgrade, I think they're going to fall off just like Alfa Romeo will. 13th, we have Valtteri Bottas. Again, I don't see these bottom 4 teams going any higher than 13th place in the driver's standings. 12th is going to be controversial. I have Oscar Piastri.
I don't like where this is going.
Actually, it might not even be controversial because they looked very mid during testing. 11th, I have Lance Stroll. Now, I have him above Piastri for one reason. That Aston Martin looks quick. It looks quick. Now, I would have had him higher, but we know Lance Stroll. Number 10 will be Lando Norris. Just because, well, the McLaren is struggling. I don't see them fighting for 4th in this season at all.
Hey, yo, what the fuck?
Number 9, I have Esteban Ocon. Now, everyone is saying he is the team leader, which he is, because he's been on the team for more years, for I think 3 or 4 years. Everyone's saying, oh yeah, he's going to easily get more points than his teammate. I don't think that's the case. I just don't think Ocon has as good of a driving skill as Pierre Gasly, and that's why I have Gasly at 8th. So Ocon is 9th, Gasly is 8th. Just don't think Ocon can be that guy. I don't think he can be a driver number 1. We've seen Pierre Gasly in this driver number one situation, and he has excelled at it. There are definitely going to be some good teammate battles between those two, because we know those two do not like each other. And now 7th, we have best of the rest, Fernando Alonso. Everyone is excited about Fernando Alonso and the Aston Martin. The Aston Martin hype is top tier right now, simply because of how well Fernando looked in that car. And now we have the top 3 teams and the top 6 drivers. Number 6 is George Russell. George Russell will not be better than Lewis Hamilton will this year. I don't think Mercedes, they have improved, but I don't think they've improved to the point where they can fight for race wins every single race. I think Lewis will come to grips with the car quicker than George Russell will. 5th, Carlos Sainz. Now, I was debating whether to have him here or Lewis Hamilton here, but I just don't think Ferrari have the capability of handling 2 drivers at once right now. I know, man, it hurts. I want Ferrari to do well, but I can't trust them anymore. I've lost hope. And then 4th, obviously, I have Lewis Hamilton. He will pull whatever he can out of that W14. I just don't think the W14 is capable of consistently winning races. Now 3rd, I have Checo. I have Sergio Perez at 3rd. Once again, he'll start the season off on fire with Red Bull. Both him and Max will be very quick, but as we saw, the car will be more favored towards Max. Checo will ultimately struggle because of that, which is what happened. 2nd, sadly, is going to be Charles Leclerc in the Ferrari. I don't think they have the pace this time to beat Red Bull, because Red Bull, during testing, they were on another level. And that is how I have Verstappen at number 1, winning the championship for the 3rd straight year. He's been dominant, even in this testing series. No competition yet. But hopefully I am wrong. I want a close title race. Now let's get into the constructors. 10th, Williams, obviously. 9th, AlphaTauri. I think they're starting to settle into this 9th position. 8th, I have Haas. I think they will have a struggle in the second half of the season. Same with Alfa Romeo, who I have at 7th place. 6th, I have McLaren. They're going to be off to a terrible and slow start. Now, the battle for best of the rest is between Alpine and Aston Martin, and it's going to go to Alpine. Alpine will finish 4th. Aston Martin will finish 5th. 3rd, Mercedes, obviously. I have Ferrari finishing 2nd. Red Bull, obviously, is my number 1. It's going to be a very similar type of season. Hopefully, there is more competition and maybe we can have some midfield surprises. But I still have Verstappen winning the Drivers' Championship, and I have Red Bull winning the Constructors' Championship for the 2nd straight year. And yeah, hopefully I'm wrong. Ferrari, please do something.